This is Force on Force, a bracket-style tournament pitting the branches of our military head-to-head on the water. The site is Lake Fork in northeast Texas. The commander for this operation is Major Cody Robertson. Each matchup begins in the top, the Tactical Operations Center, set up lakeside, where Major Robertson delivers the rules of engagement for the day.
Yes! Yes! This is what we come to Lake Fork for. Air Force! You lose, Air Force! Yes! Yeah! 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 That's what I'm talking about! Yeah!
Feeling great, sir. Ready to go fishing today. We're gonna have an interesting day with this weather, that's for sure.
This is a first-round matchup pitting the Air Force against the Navy.
For what they do for, the wounded and their families, we can't do enough for them. So we can say thank you and go earn some money for them.
The Navy team consists of Trent Brown and Scott Taylor. Brown is a former FA-18 structure mechanic with 3 deployments. Taylor is a former Navy hospital corpsman from Dearborn, Michigan.
What's up, fool?
If it ain't the old Air Force.
Navy.
Should I say Chair Force?
I guess, that's it. How you doing, sir?
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Where's my coffee?
Oh, Ferry Duster himself.
Here's the Air Force team. Rodney Thompson is a former E-5 with 2 deployments. Lyle Denuser of Goodyear, Arizona is a former vehicle operations logistics manager.
Anglers, welcome to Force on Force Season 3. I'm Cody Robertson, your ground commander for this operation.
Hoorah!
Cosmic butterflies.
What? What? Is that what the Air Force says? Cosmic butterflies.
Yeah. That's all we could think of.
That doesn't surprise me about the Air Force. Gentlemen, the country's been at war for 12 plus years in multiple theaters of operation. It's time to bring a esprit de corps of competition between the services back to the waters here at Lake Fork, Texas. Your mission is to represent your branch of service in a Sweet 16 style competition, servicemen against servicemen, branch against branch, for the best 5-fish limit to see just who can adapt, overcome, and achieve mission accomplishment and advance to the next bracket of competition. Navy bass anglers, are there any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Air Force bass anglers, any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Gentlemen, direct your attention to the rules of engagement at the butcher block board. For this operation, it is a 4-hour only tournament. It is a slot lake. Lake Fork is a slot lake, meaning anything caught between 16 inches and 24 inches does not count towards your 5-fish limit or your big fish. Every team will be issued 6 Ardent Denny Brauer Pro Series rods. The challenge to your team is you have to figure out which rod to use when you want to use it. You guys will all be provided your basic combat load from Strike King. Bring it in tight for your G2 Intelligence Lake Report.
Here is your G2 report. Lake Fork is one of the great big bass lakes in the country, but the timing of this competition is during the lake turnover, that transition time when water temperatures at various depths become similar, and it'll make fishing tough. Air temperatures will begin in the 40s on their way up to the 60s, but wind is a major factor today. Gusts are up to 30 miles per hour and coming from the north.
Are there any questions at this time, Navy bass anglers?
No, sir.
Air Force bass anglers, any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Hold it, shake hands, and let's fish.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Gentlemen?
You guys come back and weigh in my fish for me, would you?
Yeah.
Let's do this. You sure you don't want to kiss the mojo, baby?
I'll give you something to kiss, baby.
It's as good as a boat anchor.
You guys bring your paint cans? You got some paint? You want to do some painting when we get back? Mop? What's that Navy saying? If you don't mop it, salute it?
I think you got that record.
I think I do. The smallest fish ever weighed on Force on Force. Lyle Denuser.
Hey, we should get a 3-day pass for that, man.
I know. And get some liberty, huh?
Force on Force is brought to you by All Seasons Feeders, by Ardent, by Bass Angler Magazine, and by Oakley.
I had a civilian taxi driver that worked for me in the military, and his wife was Japanese, and he kind of really took me under his wing. And in the summers, they would go back to Japan. And his wife had got this and brought it back for me. And it was really kind of special because he was civilian. He didn't really care, you know, for the GIs too much. He was on his way out, and he brought this for me because he knew I really was, you know, geeked out about fishing. So this was kind of, it's always stuck with me. This is over my tackle. I have a little tackle shop in my garage. This kind of watches over the boat. You know, I kiss it every time before a tournament. It's just one of those goofy rituals that a guy follows, you know, fishing superstitions. And it's just always been around for about, you know, 18 years. So it's got some, it's just one of those things anglers get kind of weird about the things they do, and this is one.
Now it's back to the water, where the Mojo must bring his A game today. It will take a Herculean effort to piece together a limit today, and both teams know this.
What you do is, first and foremost, and I know I've said this probably too many times, patience and persistence. You have to have a positive attitude, keep at it, keep going. The minute you take your mind out of it and you start getting frustrated and pick, you lose it. You're not going to catch anything, period. Go Navy.
Woo-hoo! Let's do this. Let's show these boys how we fish.
While the Navy is heading south to the dam, the Air Force is taking a shorter ride and heading in the opposite direction.
They're in a foot of water.
Them Navy boys probably ain't even got to their spot yet.
Nope. They didn't either.
Well, you see them rollers out there. They was headed up the lake.
Yeah, they'll be in for a windy day.
Oh yeah. And we only got 4 hours. That
Make something happen here.
That makes it tough, especially in this wind.
Buoy. The conditions, number one, the time constraints. Because where we ran, we were making about an 18-mile run. And when you're doing that in, 2.5, 3 footers, and you've got to follow the boat lane, and the waves can be big enough to cover up half of those buoys. And then you've got the glare of the sun. You're going, and I'm asking him,
Look
I'm
for
like,
the buoys.
I go, buoy. And he's like, 1, 11, 2.
Slight left. Next buoy straight in front.
I don't have the next one.
Straight in front of the one after. I can see it.
2 o'clock.
There we go.
Got him on there?
Small one. Darn it. He's little.
He's a little one. He's not between 16 and 24, so if he weighs a half a pound, we might win with a half pound, lady.
Get the scale. He's huge. I'm gonna drop him. Look at. Hey, he's got teeth marks. Look at this. That fish got teeth marks. Something tried to take a bite out of him. He's been freshly eaten by something bigger. That might be a clue that we're in the. Go weigh this for me, would you?
I will. You get
Here,
the troll motor and
let me
I'll weigh
stick
that.
them in your pocket.
Here, stick them in my pocket. There you go.
Stick them in next to the scale. Weigh them. Oh, here. Take care of my fish. These
Ooh, this is a monster, boy.
Strike King Pro Series Shaw, pumpkin seed, small finesse worms. This cold front conditions, we'll find some fish on small baits.
0.30 pound. Well, that's good. That's at least a fish. There's fish in here.
Can make it. Can you stretch that screen to make the fish look bigger?
Well, it's not a typical trophy bass, but that fraction of a pound is good for an early lead in what promises to be a very tight competition. Meanwhile, the Navy has arrived, throwing caution to the wind.
This bridge that we're fishing and these grass mats with this hydrilla, we're coming up here, we're coming for big fish. This is gonna be hero or zero. No room for second place. What we're casting here is, I've got a Strike King caffeine shad with a weighted 1/4 ounce hook, trying to get it down a little bit and
two things. You want it to get it into that grass, but not bury itself so bad. Then also in this wind, you need the weight to cast. And while we're sitting here, you'll see me do a lot of underhand and roll casts, just because you get this bait up into the wind, it'll catch it like a sail, and you'll have a professional overrun your reel that you won't be able to pick out for the rest of the day. And there goes $20 worth of fluorocarbon.
My instinct tells me, you know, I go to my Florida bases, being, you know, as we're dealing with the Florida strain largemouth here, I'm looking for, okay, what's going to keep this water warm? Timber scattered about isn't going to do it in my mind. So I'm thinking hydrilla, grass, protected coves, bays, ridges, bridge pilings, and so that was our game plan. That's what we were looking for.
Force on Force is brought to you by BioBore Fuel Additives, by Dermatone, by Bassminder, by Valley Fashions, and by FantasyBass.com. The easiest fantasy fishing to win. Register, play, win.
Soldier's Child Foundation that we support is kind of Rodney and I's sponsored nonprofit. We do as Army bass anglers, we try to raise funds and help support different veterans groups. And the one that Rodney and I really care a lot about is Soldier's Child. Moms and dads that are out fighting for our country, and they give the ultimate sacrifice for their country is their life, and then they have kids to take care of, and the kids don't have a mom or a dad to, you know, give them birthdays and, you know, help do things. So what we do as veterans is raise money and help support a soldier's child. They make sure that those kids have gifts on every birthday up to the age of 18. And then they can go on and get scholarship money to go on to college. All of us as family members, I mean, I couldn't imagine my kid going through life without a mom or a dad, so it really touches home with a lot of veterans. And letting the families know that the veterans are there and to take care of them.
We are over halfway through this first round matchup, and the only fish is well below Texas-sized expectations.
I think you got that record.
I think I do. The smallest fish ever weighed on Force on Force. Lyle Denuser.
Hey, we should get a 3-day pass for that.
I know. And get some liberty, huh?
It is time for action, and any extra assistance the team can muster.
Put her on the deck.
Hey, in fishing, you got superstitions in fishing. Some people don't want bananas in the boat. Well, Rodney, you can't have change.
No change in your pocket.
Got him.
There he is.
Run.
Hey, that's
Skunk's out of the boat. Your turn.
yeah. Hey, that counts. Weigh it.
Here's how we do it in professional photography to put an extra pound on that fish. You gotta smile. You can't hold the fish like this. You gotta go. Put some weight on him. Yeah, big boy. Worm, fish. I wonder what Cody would say if we take him back.
Do we want to weigh him?
Yeah. This will break the tie.
Did they? Where you go? 0.2 pounds?
Hey.
3 ounces.
Yes.
If you're keeping score at home with less than an hour to report back to the talk, the Air Force holds the narrowest of leads in a battle of the narrowest fish. In baseball, it's like trying to see who can bunt the farthest. But no matter, one team will advance, and one of these small fish may just be the ticket to the semifinals.
Unfortunately, when you're handed new reels, new rods, not used to the action, chucking in the wind. You get professional overrun.
Oh, the Navy boys, they didn't see me sneak up to their boat and loosen all their drags on their rods.
I know somebody back home was gonna laugh at that
awesome.
one. Don't. Come on, boys and girls. I like big bass and I cannot lie. Come on. Especially with these fronts, I mean, these fish have to eat at some point. So we just need to be ready when they do. It's all about having a bait in the water.
Force on Force is brought to you by BioBore Fuel Additives, by Power Pole, the shallow water anchor, by Strike King, and by Skeeter Boats.
Really?
That had to be.
Really? Wow. Is that a legal catch?
Oh yeah.
We weighing that one too?
Yeah, solid 3.
Solid 3 ounces?
He gone. It was funny though. Even that little guy, he went boom, boom again.
So there you go. The Navy team doesn't know it, but they own a commanding lead over the Air Force. But how can any team feel confident with 6 ounces divided between 2 fish? We are down to the final moments of this preliminary round, and the Air Force is justifiably not comfortable with their 3-ounce keeper.
It's gonna be 0-0, baby.
0-0. Well, let's go big or go home.
So I'd get that big spinnerbait, throw it up on the bank,
Okay.
and slow roll it down. I'll flip these big trees and see if we can come up with something. We probably can get about 5 or 10 minutes of fishing.
Okay.
Then we're gonna have to haul butt back. Keep an eye on that time. We're gonna need about, probably roughly about 7 minutes to get back.
We're both very fortunate to be able to be out here fishing and try and help.
Yeah, be able to make an attempt to help for the ones that weren't so lucky.
Yes, sir. I think it's safe to say we'd both really like to say thank you to all our brothers and sisters, veterans, active. Without you, we wouldn't be able to be out here doing this.
Let it roll. Yep. I'd hate for them to bolo and we get disqualified for being late. We got 8 minutes. If they bolo, we can get them with that monster you caught.
Both teams head back to report to their commanding officer, Cody Robertson. Neither team feels confident.
We'll see. Hopefully that small fish, we saved his life.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna save our life.
I hope so. We'll see. We shall see.
It would have been even better to have both of those suckers, because I was going to pull up to the ramp and go, boom!
Bring them out like a major tournament, just...
Oh yeah, you know, do the double check, you know, the whole spiel. I was going to play it up.
Got them all.
Wind in the way.
I love it. Gotta
Wind
love
and
it.
wave. Beautiful day.
You guys can carry that fish up for us.
Gentlemen, welcome back from a safe trip in your mission. You've accomplished the first task of your mission, which was making it back on time. Well, at this time, go ahead and place your Strike King basic combat load and ammo cans up on the table. Okay, beginning with Air Force Bass Anglers, we're going to conduct your after-action review starting at 0800 hours. Walk us through your day.
Well, 0800, we left the ramp. We went to a section that we thought would be blocked from the wind, and we pulled in there, and there was lily pads, and we fished it. We caught a fish in there. Then we left that spot and probably 10:15, 10:30, and went to a little bitty island that was surrounded by stumps. And we proceeded back to weigh in.
How many fish?
One.
One fish, weight?
0.31.
One fish, 0.31. Okay, all right, beginning with the Navy Bass Anglers. Starting at 0800 hours, conduct your after-action review and walk us through your day.
Sir, at 0800, we launched and proceeded out to the
main lake. We ran all the way down the lake to the dam, came back up. We were looking for protected cover, hydrilla, something to hold the fish. Moved back down the lake approximately a mile to definitely a protected cove. Continued to work grass lines. We did manage 2 fish in those grass lines.
So 2 fish, 1 fish. I'm not even sure we can count your fish, but 2 fish. Go ahead and tell me the weight, Trent.
0.6 total weight.
What now? Total weight for 2 fish?
0.6 pounds
0.6?
total weight.
And your total fish was what?
0.32.
Okay, guys, this is unprecedented. In the 3 years of Force on Force, we've never had a team advance to the next round of competition with less than a pound on 2 fish. I hate to say it. I'm baffled. I'm confused. I don't even know what to say other than congratulations, Navy bass anglers, on a squidly win. And this time, go ahead and shake hands with the Air Force bass anglers.
Congratulations.
And all of their Strike King basic load is now for your use in the next round of competition to increase your combat power. And all I can say is next round of competition, I hope you do much better and bring back some bigger fish. But congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
That is a first, and job well done. We'll move out and draw fire.
Well, hindsight's always 20/20. I think I would have looked for some maybe protected docks, something that was tucked way out of the way that wouldn't have affected those fish as much.
There was no doubt. No doubt. Without a doubt, lockdown.
We had weight in the
moving
boat,
on.
so we're good.
As we check our Carhartt Force T bracket, we see the Navy advancing over the Air Force into the semifinal round.